Okay. So this is video number 5 that I've made today. I'm losing a little bit of steam, guys. I'm going to try to get it back. So now we're working on equations. I'm going to give you the practice problems, pause it after that, and then go from there. So number 1 is 3 plus x equals 7. I'd like you to do these without a calculator. 22 equals x divided by negative 11. 3, 4x minus 1 equals 15. 4, 5x minus 7 minus 6x equals 24. 5, 3, 10x minus 7 equals 9. And number 6, we're going to make it a little bit different, more like the proportions that we've done recently. Let's go 3x minus 7 equals 4x minus, so let's just leave it as 3x minus 7 equals 4x. Try those couple. So pause me, try those couple, do them without calculator, make sure you show your work. I'm going to sip on my coffee while you're working because, hooray. Hot, hot, whew. Okay, thought that was cold, it was not. Here we go. Balance point. Inverse operation line. The goal of an equation is to isolate the variable, get x by itself or whatever variable it happens to be. Let's move the 3 by subtracting. That's the opposite of a positive. X comes down, x equals positive 4, nice and simple. This is a division problem, so we want to multiply. That's the inverse operation, but it's a negative. You would probably see this like this. If there's one negative, we need to get rid of that one negative because we're really multiplying by negative 11 divided by 1. Those negatives and the positive, or that negative cancels, and when I say cancel, it becomes 1. 1 what? 1x. So now we're multiplying by negative 11. I should have chosen a smaller number. So 22 multiplied by 11 is 2. 2 plus 0, 2, 2. That gives me negative 242. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit trickier. So it's a two-step equation. We need to isolate the variable. We do that by moving the constants first. Constants have no variable. So that's a 1, that's 16. Now I have 4x equals 16. I move the coefficient. It's a multiplication problem, so I divide. X then equals 4. Okay, combining like terms. I have 5 x's. I have negative 6 x's. So now we combine 5 minus 6 is negative 1. That leaves me with negative 1x minus 7 equals 24. You always have to do everything that you can to one side first. Move the constant. That leaves me negative 1x equals 31. We're not done. My x isn't isolated. It has a negative with it, so we divide by a negative 1. That leaves me with x equals positive divided by a negative is negative 31. Okay, getting to a little bit trickier. Multiply, multiply, 30x. And when I say multiply, that's actually called distributing. So remember, we have to distribute to each term in the parentheses. So that gives me 30x minus 21 equals 9. Move the constant. Leaves me 30x equals 30. I divide both sides by 30 to isolate the variable. X equals 1. Last but not least, we do have like terms on opposite sides, but this time it happens to be the x's. I do not want to move this 4x over here because that would leave nothing on this side and it wouldn't be balanced. I'm trying to move this 3x to the other side so that we can start to isolate. It's positive 3x, so I subtract 3x. And here's where a lot of you will make a mistake. This is 0. All of the negative 7 needs to come down. 4x minus 3x is 1x or just x. So my answer is there. That's it. X equals negative 7. I'd like you to try one more problem. Let's go 15 minus 12x minus 2. So actually, let's make that a positive 2. So that's okay. So go ahead and try that. I hope that it works out. I tried to do it in my head as I made it up. It might give us a fraction, but we'll find out. Okay, so after you unpause me, we distribute. Notice we're distributing the number and the sign directly in front of the parenthesis. So that means we're multiplying these. 15 drops down. Minus 12x's minus 24. I don't even care about the other side yet because we're not done over here. We have like terms. 15, negative 24 is negative 9 minus 12x. There's a bug there. Equals 3. Now we can keep on working. Move our constant by the inverse. I'm going to bring it up here. So that's 0. That leaves me with negative 12x's equals 12. Divide by what did you do there, Mr. H? Divide by negative 12, x equals negative 1. That is our simple review of equations. I hope you did those problems and got them all correct. March 26th is done.